today. It's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and our home team. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Southern California. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, blue 60. Here we go,
Stafford on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They will run with Grant, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Credit the tackle to Kylie Fitz, the former Utah U.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Mark 52, Mark 52. Right here, right here. Under 10, 10. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, here I come.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler, 30 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This is Grant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 33-yard line.
Lady! 56! Get ready! Get ready! Get ready!
Here's Grant. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Chargers 3.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A give, Eckler running to the right. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's go, D! Go to the 6. It's going to be a long day. Watch the end. Back left.
On second down, Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up the throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
52's the mark, boy. 52. 22, check, cover. This is 22. Check, cover. Check 37. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Now Stafford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
He's going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to...
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check three. Check three.
Here is Eckler. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check. Check. Hot route. Hot. You go tight. You got tight. Go. Check. My 52.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is down to 28-10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Choose the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Check, 52's the mic.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerry Tillery in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Eckler, and an alley to run. About 3 yards there to the 27. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Single receiver. Hey, yard 9 over there. Single receiver.
2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Ready? 52, Mike, 52. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, switch gears. Go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
That's a touchdown right there.
Miles Boykin, 35 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Set, 20, 56, check 56. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Off the bootleg. Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for... And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let's go.
First and goal, Baltimore.
Chance. Short. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
We got heavy. Everybody scoot up. Heavy.
On 1st down, Grant. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Going on the ground with Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Tight end right. 3 down. SOS. He's checking. Crash. 49.
Once more, here's Eckler.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Deuce. 66. Bullet. Out.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously Obviously, that's well short of the first. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Hill, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Baltimore, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.